Hi everyone, it's Brian at Betwext, and today's topic is how to use bulk texting or text message marketing and not piss off your prospects and customers. In our first video, we discussed why you should be using text marketing for your business. And in our second video, we talked about what to do before you sent your first message, namely putting together a simple marketing plan. If you missed either of those videos, just send me a quick email, brian@betwext.com. That's Brian at BETWEXT.com, and I'll send you a link to those videos. Today, we've got a video for a lot of those people that are still on the fence about text message marketing. Many people are worried that sending out text messages is going to upset their followers. And honestly, this is something I wish more people worried about. Some marketers throw caution to the wind while texting, and they end up getting in trouble and they get their followers mad. So today I'm going to go over a handful of do's and don'ts to help you keep your followers happy and engaged. So are you ready? First, a little bit on why sending bulk messages, text message marketing is so powerful. To start, you can communicate with thousands of people in just seconds. Just like email, you can blast out a big message. But unlike email, you'll know your text messages are actually being read. And that's because the second advantage is read rates. Yep, unlike email, read rates for text messages are through the roof. Where you might see a read rate of just 10 or 20%, best case for an email message, for texting, the read rate is over 90%. But the advantages don't stop there. Some industry studies show people are reading their messages within 10 minutes of getting them. Why is that important? Because when you schedule a message, you know people are reading it within a particular time frame. Just imagine you're doing marketing for a restaurant and you have a dinner special going on. You can text people right around 5 p.m., maybe when they're getting off work and starting to think about dinner, and you will know that they got their message. Your message becomes more powerful because of when it's being read. That doesn't work with email. All right, the power of text marketing is obvious, but how do you text people and not make them mad? That's the big question. Because, no doubt you've gotten a text message, maybe a marketing message via text, and it's made you mad. So let's dig in a bit and better understand what makes people mad about some text messages and what makes them happy to get other ones. So to start, let's look at why people get mad at certain messages. This is an easy one in my mind. People get mad because text messages are interrupters. They interrupt their day. It pulls their attention from whatever they're doing right now, and it redirects their attention on your message. So here, the power of text message marketing becomes a double-edged sword. People get mad at text messages for interrupting their life, and the only antidote is making sure that your message has three things. It needs to be expected, it needs to be important, and it needs to be useful. So here's the first tip I'm going to give you. Don't text people unless you have their permission. Seriously, not even once. I get messages every week from people I don't know, and I have no idea how they got my phone number. I'm sure they scraped it from a website or bought it from a marketing database, and these people really make me mad. Oh, and by the way, they're breaking the law. You cannot and should not text people unless they have explicitly opted into your marketing messages. So don't go buy a list, don't borrow a list, and please don't steal a list from someone. Build your text marketing list an honest way, and you'll see great success. So while we're on what not to do, once you get someone on your list, don't overwhelm them with messages. Texting too frequently is a quick way to lose followers and make people mad. So what's too much? I don't have a rule of thumb. It all depends on you, your business, your customers, what kind of information you're sending out. For me, we text people about once a week, maybe twice a week if we have something special going on. I know other businesses who might send a message a day for 10 or 12 or 14 days. Often they're educating people and sharing tons of information. And this tip ties directly into the quality of your messages as well. You want to make sure your messages are important and useful. Remember, your customer's time is valuable and you don't want to waste it. And no, texting is not the same as social media. I hate people that say that. So don't text every time you want to post a selfie or have an amazing meal. That's not what texting is for. Think of texting as like an opportunity to share something important with your customer. Use it as an opportunity to connect with them, to educate them, to entertain them. Use your highest quality content and get your customers and prospects to engage. So what else should you not be doing? You should not be treating everyone alike. What do I mean by that? Simply make sure you segment your list. I mean, you've heard this before on email lists and other marketing things. VIPs should get very different content than a customer. A customer should get very different content than a prospect. A prospect should get very different information than somebody who's just requesting information. Segment them and solve their problems by providing them the key information they need. Now, here's one more idea. Don't be afraid to communicate with people one-on-one. Many people look at texting as a way to blast out information. And yeah, you can do that, but go beyond that. Ask people to engage. Ask them to text you back. Encourage questions. Start one-on-one communications with them. People will instantly engage more and appreciate the information you provide. So what else? When you send a message, don't forget there are 3 critical things to include. 1, always have a call to action. 2, always identify yourself in every message. And 3, always give people a way to opt out. So let's start with your CTA, your call to action. There are dozens of calls to action you can make, and you always want to include one in every text you send. I still remember the day I got a call from a customer. He was upset because he wasn't getting any engagement from his texts. He told me they just didn't work. Nobody was calling him, and he didn't see any new traffic in his store. It took me all of 20 seconds to see what his problem was. He was texting people, and he never identified himself. He never included a call to action. He just announced products that were on sale, and he never told people where to go to get these great deals. Simply by identifying his store and asking people to go to his website, to stop by, or to call, he saw his engagement rate skyrocket. It was that simple. Finally, whenever you text someone, don't forget to include stop to end at the end of your message. That way, if someone knows if they want off your texting list, they can text back the word stop. It gives them an easy way to get off your list, and you just need to respect that decision. It's just a good business practice. And by the way, it's the law. So we covered a lot about what not to do, but let's touch a little bit on what to do. First, I want you to collect people's contact information in the right way. Ask them to join your list. And the best way to ask them is to ask them to text in a keyword to sign up for your texting newsletter. This is a great way to track who signs up and when. And I've seen stores do this with table tents. I've seen signs in windows. I've seen it printed on business cards. Heck, I've seen people wrap their automobiles with a message that asks people to text in. I know one group who asks everyone who checks out to text in a keyword to sign up. The process is simple. You just need to do it. And I know you're thinking, well, what makes people want to sign up? Well, you got to bribe them. Seriously, offer them something special. Send them a link to a video, a coupon code for a discount, access to an early bird list for a special product. There are dozens of things you can offer to get people to sign up. Try one, then try another, and eventually you'll find something that works for your business. Once someone is on your list, here's another tip. Send them a welcome text. Remind them of who you are, what they signed up for, and how frequently you'll be texting them. You might include a link for more information, and as always, don't forget a way to get off your list, like stop to end, right? That welcome message is a big differentiator. Now that you have a group of followers on your list, you got to get your act together and send them information regularly. People forget so quickly what they sign up for. And if you go weeks and weeks without communicating, you're going to see a huge drop off in engagement. And to be honest, when you retext people, you're going to see a bunch of people texting stop to end because they're not going to remember who you are. So remember, send out your most important information and do it frequently enough that people don't forget who you are. And this also becomes this point where segmentation becomes so important. Remember, a VIP customer is looking for something different than a prospect who's never bought before. So make sure to segment your contact and send it to the right people at the right time. So now here's the best part. If you watched video number 2, you have the next 90 days of your text messages already planned out. I mean, it was that simple. We did it in just a few minutes. So remember, any of the major texting services out there can handle a lot of the details for you, setting up lists, keywords, opting people out, recognizing and removing them from lists when they text back stop to end. And if you're thinking of getting into texting, I'd really encourage you to take a look at Betwext.com. We have an industry-leading platform that helps businesses of all sizes communicate with texting. So that's all I've got for today. Follow these tips and you'll be sure to make your followers happy. You'll keep from pissing them off. Now, in our next video, watch out for this. I'm going to share some really creative ways you can use texting to accelerate the growth of your startup or side hustle. So stay tuned for that next video. And remember, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email, brian@betwext.com. That's BRIAN @Betwext, BETWEXT.com. Thanks for watching.